All right, DW Gaming here. This is the latest developer update for the All Things Wicked chapter. They made a few changes from the PTB. I assume these changes will be going live on, I think it's Tuesday. If they have any other changes, I will be sure to let my viewers know. But this is the latest right now. So let's read through it. The All Things Wicked PTP has come and gone. As always, our team has discussed the feedback you've shared with us on all the new and changed content, and we've prepared a series of adjustments which will be made before this update goes live. In this post, we'll go through each of them and provide a brief explanation of our thought process. Please do, because your thought process is very strange. We're trying out a new, less wordy format this time. Okay, whatever. Changes to the unknown. New. Weaknesses duration now increases by 6 seconds when a survivor is injured by UVX. Okay. Increase the hindered effect on airborne hits from 3% to 6%. From what I've seen, it's difficult to get those airborne hits, so that's a good change. You should be rewarded more for actually landing those hits. Increase the blindness duration for the homemade mask add-on to 60 seconds was 45 seconds. Okay. Developer note. The weakness effect was a little too easy to remove during the PTB, which meant the killer would often have to hit a healthy survivor with UEX 4 times to down them. Yeah, that's not good. By increasing weaknesses duration when the survivor is hit by a blast, accurate killers will need one less shot to down a survivor. Okay, good. We've also increased the hindered effect to address the feedback of airborne hits feeling underwhelming. Yes, I assume they probably were, since it rarely happened. It actually required a good amount of skill to hit the survivors in the air with the grenade launcher. So this looks like overall buffs for the unknown. It will be interesting to play the killer when he actually comes out. The pig got a minor update. They reverted the bear trap space time back to 150 seconds. It was 180 during the PTB, so that's good. They actually made the bear traps a little more threatening now. It's still kind of a long time, but it's something, I suppose. Developer note, we wanted to shift some power away from the pig's reverse bear traps and into her stealth and ambush abilities to make her more fun and interactive to play. No, you shift the power away from her reverse bear traps because you don't understand that this game is a 4v1, not a 1v1. You made her chase ability a little stronger at the expense of her 4v1 map and survivor pressure. So you still have the flawed mindset where you think survivors are just playing by themselves. They're not playing on a team. Many felt this change was too significant during the PTB, so we've reverted it for the update's release. We'll be keeping a close eye on her performance once this update goes live and reevaluate if the change is needed at a later date. Yeah, because it's always good to try to nerf the pig even more. Just leave her alone. Give her the changes to her dash and her crouch and leave these be. I mean, this is the next best thing. You still won't be able to see the jigsaw boxes. You won't be able to actually try to intercept survivors when they're trying to take one of these off. So that's still kind of a nerf to her, but at least it's something. But they still don't seem to understand it's a 4v1. It's not a 1v1. Okay, guys? The Huntress, minor update. Also, they nerfed her. Decrease Huntress movement speed while holding a hatchet to 3.08 meters per second was 3.54 meters per second. This change made it too forgiving for the Huntress to raise a hatchet at the wrong time, potentially even keeping up with survivors with add-ons. We have reverted this change for the update's release. Yeah, I think they overtuned Huntress. She still has too many hatchets at her base kit. If you use the hatchet add-ons, I think she gets like 10 total. If you use like the infantry belt and the strap add-ons, she gets like 10 hatchets total, which is far too many. Huntress is already kind of an impressive killer in the 1v1. She's very strong. She is weak in terms of map control, but I don't think they needed to go in this direction with Huntress. I would have just made her a base movement speed killer. That way she can have a little more map pressure instead of giving her more hatchets. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The Clown. The Redhead's Pinky Finger add-on now limits the Clown's bottle carrying capacity to 1. Previously reduced capacity by 3. This add-on allows the Clown to down healthy survivors in a single hit, so it has always had a significant downside to keep it under control. Since we've increased his base carrying capacity, this would have made this add-on stronger as a result. We have added a hard limit of 1 bottle similar to the Huntress's iridescent head. Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of figured they would do that with the Pinky Finger. There's really no point in running Pinky Finger. Clown already has a really good 1v1. He's probably one of the strongest 1v1 killers in the game. So having this add-on where he had like 3 extra bottles, yeah, I can see why they did that. I think this is fine. Clown's still going to be strong. Invocation, Weaving Spiders. Change. When the invocation is completed, permanently reduce the required charges of all generators by 10. Previously added 15 charges of progress during the PTB. Permanently reduce. So they changed it to where instead of adding progress to the generators, it just removes the amount of charges you have to complete in order to finish the generator. So it's kind of like brand new part for all generators once you finish the invocation. I still don't think this is a good perk. It's not a healthy perk for the game. Survivors do not need any more gen perks. They don't need things that make the gens go even faster. It should be a completely different perk altogether. I don't like it. Let's see what they say. This perk has a lot of risk and a heavy time commitment. If the invocation is interrupted, the time spent would be lost, making it unappealing compared to a normal repair. Yeah, you don't want to make it broken, though. To make the reward match the risk, we have changed the effect to permanently reduce the required repairs of all generators. All generators need, similar to brand new part. Yeah, it's brand new part for all generators. So it doesn't matter if the killer kicks a gen, it's still going to have a reduced completion time. That's not good. This is not a good change. It was problematic before. Yeah, it required a lot of time and was risky, but now there's even more of an incentive for survivors to try doing this in the basement. I guess it's a good reason to run territorial imperative. maybe that perk will see some we'll see some a place in some loadouts now, since this perk has come into being. I don't like this perk at all. It shouldn't be messing with the gens. Have it do something completely different. Survivors do not need any more gen perks that make the gens go even quicker. It's not healthy for the game. It causes killers to do all the things that survivors hate. Tunnel, camp, slug, everything to try to get the generators under control, and now you're just making them even faster. No. Killer players, if survivors start using this perk, killer players will respond accordingly and become even more intense in terms of who they get out of the match and how quickly they kill survivors. Not a healthy perk for the game at all. Strengthen Shadows. Increase healing speed to 70%. Was 60. So if you... why? Why did this need a buff? It will often take some time to get to the basement before you can heal with this perk, and there's also risk involved with being caught injured in the basement. We've increased the healing speed slightly to make it more interesting, but still niche choice compared to other self-healing perks. This allows you to heal in about 23 seconds by default. You developers don't understand. If a survivor goes for a healing build with this perk, they're not going to only use this perk. They're going to combine it with botany knowledge. They're going to combine it with desperate measures. They'll be able to heal themselves faster than if a teammate healed them. Okay, granted, they still have to find the basement, but this is not healthy either. The whole point of the healing nerf was so survivors wouldn't be able to just shrug off injuries. Injuries were made more significant with the healing nerf. But now it's like you're going back on that. Yeah, this is not good either. 70%, I mean, that's ridiculous. You just put botany knowledge on that? Botany knowledge is like, I think botany knowledge is 30 or... No, it's 50%. Botany knowledge is 50%. You'll be healing yourself at like 120% speed. I mean, that's absurd. No one's going to use this alone. They'll put botany knowledge with it, and then they'll heal themselves faster if they were to than being healed by a teammate. Yeah, this is not good. I don't know what they're thinking with this. Both of these perks so far have been changed for the worse. I don't like her perks to begin with, but now they've made them even more problematic. Let's see what they did with this. Wicked, major update. Your self-unhook attempts in the basement always succeed. When you are unhooked or unhook yourself, you see the killer's aura for 20 seconds. Yeah, we knew about this. Once again, not good at all. We didn't feel the original perk was very effective, so we have given it an overhaul. Yeah, you've made it stupid now. You've made it broken. The ability to unhook yourself from a basement hook may come in handy if you're caught during an invocation. But be warned, killers may catch on and carry you to a hook above ground, only if there are hooks above ground that they can get to. You developers don't seem to understand that in the vicinity of the basement, there are no surface hooks. So if a killer is in the vicinity of the basement when they down the survivor, they will often have no choice but to hook the survivor in the basement. It's bad map design. The aura-reading effect will allow you to gain some value from this perk even if you're never hooked in the basement. Yeah, whatever. All three of these perks are bad. These are very bad for the game. They should not go live the way they are. don't like this perk at all. You're punishing killers for bad map design. Watch list. Dead by Daylight's always changing. This watch list covers a few things we'll be keeping an extra close eye on once the update goes out. As a disclaimer, that things on this list are not guaranteed to be changed. The unknown. It always takes some time for a new killer to settle. We'll be watching to see if the unknown is too strong, too weak, or if any points of frustration arise in the coming weeks and months. Invocation Weaving Spiders. Being a brand new mechanic, it'll take some time to see how the invocation perk fits into the game. They say they put it in the plural, so there are more invocation perks coming. No, this is not good, guys. These perks are this one perk already is too much of a problem. Ugh. I don't know. Now we're going to have a survivor who introduces a new mechanic, just like Michaela did with those stupid boons. That's why I can't stand Michaela Reed. She introduced the awful boon mechanic into this game, and now her best friend Sable is going to be introducing invocations into this game. Another new mechanic we don't need. I would prefer if they were to introduce new mechanics to maybe slow down generator progress, that they do something like a scavenger hunt where survivors have to look for parts to actually repair the generators. That way they're actually more likely to run into the killer, and the killer's more likely to actually have interaction with the survivors. Not something like this, where they hide in the basement. I mean, I guess territorial imperative will be the new meta. We'll see. The effect is strong, but carries a significant risk. We'll be watching closely, make sure they end up in a good spot. Strength lights. No. Stop introducing these new mechanics that give survivors all these advantages they don't need. Just stop. Okay, first boons and now this. And killers can't get rid of boons. So this will become another situation like that. I foresee it happening now. People are going to, loathe this new invocation mechanic that this new survivor's bringing. I already don't like it. Yeah. The pig, as mentioned previously, we've made some pretty significant improvements to the pig's ambush ability and left her reverse bear trap timer untouched for the time being. We will monitor her performance in the near future and ensure these changes don't push her over the top. Give me a break. Since when has Pig ever been over the top? You guys are really smoking something if you think Pig is going to be pushed over the top. Pig's going to be like Nurse now. She's going to be unbeatable. Are you insane? These guys they are something else with how they word things. Push Pig over the top. What are they on? Yeah, so that's it. Okay, now leave. Just stop changing things. If anything, change these three perks to do something else completely for each of them. I think these perks are way too strong the way they are. Yeah, you have to be in the basement, but still. They're not good. They're not healthy for the game. These are the very definition of unhealthy perks for survivors. The other changes I really don't have much of a problem with. I'd prefer more buffs to Pig. Let her see the reverse bear trap boxes. I mean, it's just stupid that you can't see those anymore. Huntress, yeah, I think she was overtuned. I think she'll probably need some further changes. The problem with Huntress is the hit boxes on the hatchets are so forgiving that buffing her hatchets in any way is going to be a problem. Clown, that's an obvious change. Yeah, biggest issue I have is these 3 perks. We don't need these kind of perks for Survivor. This is basically making it so you're basically reinforcing a solo type mentality when someone plays as Survivor. Because this perk, they can get off the hook themselves if they're in the basement. This perk, they can heal themselves faster than a teammate would be able to heal them if they're in the basement. This perk is just busted the way it is. I mean, brand new parts for all the generators. It's just not good. It's not good at all. So yeah, those will definitely, I think, need adjusting or something. I don't know. Either that or you'll just have killers once again playing super sweaty in order to actually win. Definitely starting to really hate this new Survivor because of this invocation crap she's bringing with her. So she will be... She, like Michaela, her friend Michaela, will be on my shit list for sure. Definitely not a favorable Survivor for me. But that's it. Hopefully this will be all they change unless they revert some of these buffs they added to these perks. We'll see. This will be coming live on the 12th, I believe, which... I believe is Tuesday. So we'll see how things work out then. And I will see everyone in the next video.